Hello? Test, test, test. We in?
Yep,
We live?
we are live.
Good afternoon, everybody. Um, my name is Speaker. I'm followed by Monty. We're really late today. Like, really late.
Yep, sorry about that.
Um, no, it's okay. I was late too. I don't know what you mean.
Well, we had a
Real
lot
life
to
gets in the way a
prepare.
lot. Yeah, we did. This is probably our most prepared. We've done like preparing all week. Like a ton of preparing all week.
Yeah,
It's
last
kind of ridiculous.
Monday and then Wednesday.
Yeah. Like, man, we're on top of things today.
Hello,
Last week really got
s'mores.
us into our gear,
Yeah.
which is
For
kind of surprising.
people who are here for the first time, we do a weekly Sweats cast every Saturday. To talk about the game, the community, and what's going to happen, what is happening, stuff like that. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
so s'mores. Thanks for stopping by.
Welcome.
Be gaming later, of course, but for now we'll be talking, chilling.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna start off with. I mean, last week we kind of had a lot of eyes on us when we had our clan ranking tab put up.
Oh,
Remember?
that's an
Yeah.
understatement.
Yeah, that kind of spread a bit.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion here and there. We got some big names in the chat hanging out, and they were kind of confused, and not just them, but
I mean,
some other people stopping by for the first time. So for
yeah, we also
those,
they kind of became a little late. We kind of
yeah,
also we did not label ourselves correctly.
correct, or really explain ourselves. So we're trying to, you know,
Kind of explain what happened last week, basically. So last week, if you guys don't know, we kind of had our listings wrong. We kind of showed our projected clan ratings, because as our like clan rankings, we didn't just like we on top of the listing right now. It says clan rankings. That's supposed to say, or when it was last week's, they were supposed to say projected clan rankings,
correct.
and unfortunately, I didn't make a graphic for it, and I
Yeah,
completely
we
forgot. But
really
we have one
just,
now.
yeah, yes. Last week we were just off of whim. We were like, hey, let's do this. So we threw it together real quick. We
Yeah.
didn't label every little thing. We labeled a couple of things, and we are kind of just having fun with it. And man, before you know it, BSK was in here wondering what's going on, and we were we really
Yeah.
were just winging it last week.
Pretty much, yeah.
So here we are with the actual descriptions now of each tier that we have created. Um,
Yeah, so
Go
I
ahead,
think
speaker.
tier one. So tier one, I think is pretty simple. It's basically people that show the first and second teams that go back and like that place consistently first or second. Like if they're able to play first or second, or if they're able to like win the tournament, they're gonna be up on that tier one their tier one listing. And so for a while we had, or I think the only team that's ever really been up there for us is BSK,
Yeah,
because BSK is pretty much the only team that's like good
winning
enough
every
to do
week.
that. Yeah, and they have four teams, so
Yeah,
they're kind of nuts. Um, tier 1.5 is we felt like we needed to make a separate tier list from tier one, because we thought tier one was just putting like some teams as tier one just didn't seem right, because the only team that we thought really could be tier one was BSK. So that's where we see like I am, Inclement, all that other stuff. That's like they're better than tier two teams by far, but they just can't consistently beat that BSK team or a BSK team.
mm-hmm.
Tier two, kind of the people that can play against tier 1.5 teams. They can challenge in tourneys. They can win games off of them in scrims, but when it comes down to it, they really don't make it in that top six spot. And that's kind of what they really need to do in order
Correct.
for it to be considered tier 1.5. And then tier three is people that just enter tourneys, play a little bit, and then have a little bit of a run through losers bracket and then leave. Horizon. Um,
Whoa.
I'm
You
kidding, Horizon. I like you guys. Um, it's just people that like they'll play their turn, they'll play their bracket. They'll probably face a decent team first round or first game in winners bracket, and then get slotted into either they win or lose, and then they just don't make a winner bracket run. You have to make a winners bracket run to consider being a tier two team.
fair, in
Fair,
my
I
opinion.
think. Yeah.
I mean, and
One of
then so there's teams that go to losers bracket, right? But they can make a run in there. But I mean, you really got to like see who they lose to. We do a lot of like thinking when we actually like place these clans in their tiers. Um, try not to show any biasness, or because we see a lot on the inside with some of these clans, but we don't know. We don't get a lot on the inside for some of these guys. We just have to make an educated guess on if they're a tier 2 or tier 1.5 or a tier 3 team.
Yeah.
So we look at the whole tourney, but for the most part, tier 2s will make a run in either bracket, really. But when we come to tier 3, teams that enter tourneys, they're going to lose twice. They're going to lose twice pretty quickly. They will usually lose to more, what would you call it?
They're gonna lose to tier
solidified tier 2 teams. Like
every tier 2 team should be able to beat a tier 3 team, and every
exactly.
tier 1.5 team should be able to consistently beat our tier 2 team, and then tier 1 should be able to beat everybody consistently.
And they do.
It's kind of how it works. Yeah.
Yep. Well, that's about it. I mean, do you want to go right into our current rankings?
Yeah, let's just hop into the actual what we think of clans right now or teams right
Alright.
now.
There they
are. We're still. For me, I'm still stuck on the. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yep. So we don't have a lot of changes. Right now, we don't have any tier 3 teams we want to list. I think that's fair. The teams up here are the ones who've been grinding, entering the tournaments throughout the end of the season, throughout the end of the year 2 tournament run. Because, let's see, Pinnacle, Crowd Pleasers, Talent, like these are teams, and Horizon, like these are teams we fluctuated and really didn't know if we want to put in tier 3 or tier 2. We just went ahead and put them in tier 2.
Yeah.
Tier 1.5, we got Think Again, Reformed, I Am, and Inclement. These teams are just consistently in the top 8. I know the description says top 6, but like these teams will make runs in the winners bracket until they face BSK, and then they'll make a run all the way to the end of the losers bracket until they face who Speaker. Who do they face and lose to?
BSK. It's always BSK. There's really no one that's really as consistently dominant as BSK. Like,
Yep.
I hope in the future that changes. Like I've been pretty vocal about how Like,
I mean,
if you ever go back and watch our old podcasts from our old sweatcasts
yeah,
from like 5 weeks ago or
yeah,
2 weeks ago,
but
you'll notice that I'm like, I want change. I don't want BSK to be the only dominant team going throughout all this stuff.
Same. Yeah, man. But hey, through the grapevine, clans are making a comeback. We could potentially be seeing AVA up on this list again.
No.
Destined.
Tier 3?
Destined is making a comeback. They are recruiting. They are getting some of their OG players back.
Are they playing in tourneys? Like, what's their most recent? I haven't seen Destin like.
Oh yeah, dude, this is all on the low, man. Like we need to. This is all in preparation for next year.
Yeah, and the fact that there's no tourney next, or for like another 2 weeks, I think, because there's no tourney today, obviously, and then I'm assuming there's not gonna be a tourney tomorrow because I'll be just washed out by day 1 rating.
Nobody wants to play today, tomorrow. Nobody can play Monday. Everyone's ready for Tuesday. Taking off work, calling in, whatever, you know.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything Tuesday. I already told my girlfriend, hey, I love you, but I will not see you on Tuesday.
Same. Are Onyx and Frost still in Primal? Frostbolt is definitely still in Primal. Onyx is actually in IAM.
Yeah, Onyx left a while ago.
Yeah, he's in IAM. And Panda left him as well, but for BSK. But he was always on that BSK team.
Yeah, no, they were the dominant force. What clans, Monty? I have a question. What clans do you want to see make a comeback? Like, because I see Primal as like used to be pretty decent. Like,
yeah, but Primal shifted some of their more PvP players to the console side. They come off more as an org now, and I really feel bad for like Frostbolt because he was scrimming with Onyx and Panda every now and then when he got the chance. But
yeah,
content creator clan really for the most part. You're not gonna see Encouch or Pure Chill in these tourneys. I mean, maybe Pure Chill, but
you never know.
What's his ceiling in these?
Yeah.
Like, what's his ceiling here, you know?
Yeah. I mean, Primal did dissolve once it got rid of all of its good players.
Yeah.
And then
Onyx and Panda found opportunities to, like, in a field. Yeah, in a field.
And then I am starting making a comeback because I am kind of like Primal died, and then I am kind of started building back up a bit more. Like
Yeah.
back like 3 months ago, I am was, or even 4 months ago, before they even started recruiting for tournaments, I am was like terrible. It was like a meme how
Yeah,
bad
but
they were.
now they've been recruiting. They picked up players like Red, and they got players like Onyx who are just insane. Benny and Lambie are entering tournaments pretty regularly.
Yeah, but they're kind
Zenith's
of,
usually their
that team is
third.
kind of. Wait, they finished third? When did they
No,
finish
no, I
third?
said Zenith is their third.
Oh yeah, Zenith. I don't know what Zenith's gonna do though. Zenith is gonna probably.
I think he's actually prowling for an IM spot. I don't know.
Really? I thought it was like. I mean, if I was gonna assume any place he would
Mm.
go to, it would be BSK.
But I mean, he's playing with IM members. That's
True.
I've
A lot
been,
of
I've
IM
been watching
members.
him stream here and there. There's little comments that make me think that he's trying to get an IM. That'd be another good recruit for them though. Good player, good
Yeah.
player.
Yeah. So Italians actually, S'mores. I'm pretty sure Italians is like split. Some of them went to Think Again, and then, because I know Siri who played with Zenith and another person in the Thieves End tourney last week, and they got like second place, right?
Yeah, they did really good. That player is insane.
But the BSK teams were all like split up. There was no like actual BSK team. It was
Right.
very much like a random like let's play.
Yeah.
A forward. Yeah, but isn't he? I'm pretty sure he's a console. Like they're like Siri's like a console player, isn't he? Or is he MK?
He's insane. He's really freaking good. If he's on controller, that's the best controller player I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he's like I'm pretty sure top controller. Because when they first came into the scene, Italians, they were like stomping player, or they were like upsetting teams.
Yeah, they were upsetting teams, and now it's not so much of an upset.
I think they know how people know how to play against them now. They have
Yeah.
exposure, and
Mhm.
people are mixing and matching. I want to see a team that can just. I want a new team to come along
Yeah.
and just build up, and then go be a tier 1 team,
Yeah.
aka Inclement. I really hope
Inclement.
Inclement grows a bit more.
I agree.
I mean, they seem like they have the most promise.
Yeah, a little bit of drama as of late on Twitter, as you might have seen, button heads with some of the BSK members, but
Really, who was it? Was it Boy or was it?
it wasn't. It was nervous. Just he's really frustrated with the DDoSing and all that. So
Oh yeah.
it's really hard to deal with that, man, without a VPN. Just really hoping for like Bungie to step up and actually like quit ignoring this like DDoS issue, because players like Kami can't even play these tournaments because he keeps
Oh, yeah,
getting
no.
hit offline.
It was like finals last week, and he got hit offline like.
And he had to get replaced. Yes, that was.
No, it's like
I
that
felt
should never
bad.
be a thing. Like if you want Destiny to continue as an esport, you need to put some measure in place where these people just don't get hit offline so frequently.
It's so sad.
It's terrible. It is sad. It's depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Pony, I have a question though.
Shoot.
We talked about our projected listings from last year. Or last week? Do we have those projected
Yes.
listings?
Yeah. So I mean, you could go back to our past. Oh crap, where is it?
Do we? Is it gone?
I hope not.
Oh, we slipped.
I found it. Okay, so basically, last week we had this, but not in this like order. Like we had
Yeah, no.
everyone kind of up there where we thought they would be. My projections are in red, speakers are in green, and
Yeah.
but they were all over, kind of clunked up in the middle. So we went ahead and organized them. We labeled the top projected clan rankings for next season, and this is what we came up with.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no longer gonna be like, because I remember people were reading it and like saying
Yeah.
like, Horizon Pinnacle.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
It's like it's obviously they're different colors. You can't be this. You can't read them as like the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, there was a lot of confusion. We kind of just winged it. We did it on a moment's notice, and it was actually really fun. But we're gonna do it a little bit more organized, professional from here on out. But speaker, I have a question, and I was asked this question a lot. But why no tier 1 team?
Why no tier 1? Because I think no one's gonna be able to consistently take that first or second spot.
Yeah, but somebody's got to take it, right?
I think next season subbing's gonna change, and we're gonna see a complete breakdown of like it's either the tier 1.5 listings is going to go away, or
Yeah.
tier 1 is just going to go, and this is all be tier 1, or we're not going to have a true tier 1 team.
Well, okay, so that kind of brings us to the topic we wanted to address. Will we have a tier 1.5 rating next season? Or next year? Or next whatever for Shadowkeep? I think we need to. I think we don't want
kinda
tier 1 to be
defines us.
watered down with like multiple
Yeah.
teams. We want it to be kind of like a king of the hill. You know, this is the number 1 strongest team out there. So a 1.5 or it's
Yeah.
like people knocking on the door, you know? They're trying to get up there. They're about to knock off that team. They keep placing up really high. So I think the 1.5 is important.
I think we should keep 1.5. It kind of defines us at this point. You know,
I agree.
It's kind of we created it. I think we should stick with it.
Yeah, and I don't want to do a tier 4. I feel like that's not even worth mentioning. That'd be like consolation prizes for
Pretty
clans
much. Yeah.
entering tournaments consistently but
That
not
would-
doing good.
That would be where Aviate is, and like all those other clans. They don't play tourneys. They just QP stomp.
Yeah,
Unless
so
they did, they would do somewhat decently, but you never know.
I agree. I like
So
the
Monty,
1.5. Go ahead.
I have a question for you. Would there be anybody that you would change? Like any listings that you would change? Because I see you have Italians at 1.5, and I'm kind of curious on why that is.
Just the consistency. I would probably put Think Again up there, because I mean I don't know exactly where these players are heading and stuff, and I'd probably put Crowd Pleasers down to tier 3 as well. I think I think players are gonna move around. There's a lot of clans coming back. A lot of clans are gonna be going away, and we don't even see it coming. Change always happens in the Destiny. Like people butt heads. We don't know if Foreign to Pinnacle are gonna keep together and keep stomping or end up falling out.
But you put Reformed as tier 3?
Yes. For
Why?
projections.
Hey, that's like I put him as a tier 1.5.
Yeah, well, like I said, I don't know if they're gonna keep entering tournaments next season and if they're gonna keep doing good.
I mean, hopefully they do good. I always have them as like the top EU team going to next season.
Yeah, but we'll see. I'm gonna stick with my rankings, and I cannot wait. So, how about at the end of October, whatever episode that is? I think it'll be 11 or 12. We'll pull up. Well, I'll date this. This capture right here.
Yeah.
We'll pull it up and compare to what we actually are coming up with.
Yeah. No, I think that's gonna be interesting to see.
That'd be funny to look at. See who's really wrong and who was on. Who was really correct. You know. Does Inclement make it to tier 1 finally? Does BSK lose a couple tournaments? You know, that'd be interesting.
Does Horizon stay a tier 3 team or? What
Oh
happens
man, yeah, dude, you're adding fuel to the fire with that comment. It may not be the most competitive game in terms of how it's built, but the community is really competitive. I promise.
Yeah, and I'm kind of excited though to see where sweats are gonna go though, because what's gonna change, or what's gonna be clips per se, and what's gonna be kind of, you remember when the whole Drewski thing, when he posted the 7th column of him on his knees just shooting with a sniper while using controller. I'll be interested in what sweat clips are gonna be, and will a finisher in a grand finals be hype?
We'll
and
see.
what would need to happen to get this hype set, because Destiny needs right now is hype for tourneys.
They really do.
Yeah, and it's just something needs to change.
And honestly, I don't have a lot of hope for it. I mean, we have the new weapon that's coming out. It's gonna be a scout rifle.
Oh yeah, no, comp's gonna be a joke this upcoming season. And there's so many changes that kind of seem okay,
Supers are easy to kill.
Yeah, sweats are probably gonna be, if sweats are more fun and are and generally more fun to watch when it's comes by this time next month. If sweats are really fun to watch and everyone's sweating, I'm gonna consider that a win. But if the change I really want to see in like our community for sweats
Yeah.
is like Reddit needs to remove their clip, their banning of clips. Like sweats needs to, or a subreddit needs to be created for sweats, so
Yeah.
people can go see like these crazy like plays that some of our top players are doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you ever go on like the CS:GO Reddit or any like mostly dedicated esports Reddit, you'll see that it's just fully just the tourneys, like the clips of it from the tourneys and stuff like that.
And I mean, who knows what kind of clips can be made with scout rifles? I mean, I feel like there are already scout rifle clips out there with Twilight Oath, but it's gonna be harder for these SOAR guys to make clips. It's gonna be harder for these SOAR guys to make clips with a 3-second spectral blade like false, yeah, with the wall hacks only for 3 seconds now. You know.
I just love how you said Twilight Oath is a scout rifle. I appreciate that. It's the fastest shooting scout rifle in the game.
Actually, it's not. Hilariously, just the most damage doing.
That's true, yeah. I mean, people who can just go boom boom.
I mean, isn't it gonna be able to like headshot spectral blades, and knock them?
Will it?
I'm pretty sure.
Hopefully, 140s can't do that. If
we're gonna
140s
need
can't headshot,
confirmation.
I mean, they're still gonna be banned in sweats.
Actually, I think that was just like leaked info from people who went to the Bungie thing and got to play test.
Oh, and like packs and stuff.
Yeah, they were saying you could sniper headshot any super.
Yeah, hopefully that's more like 90s and 72 RPM.
Yeah, they need to separate 90s and 140s, and that would be the perfect way to do it, in my opinion.
I mean, they're already. What do you mean separate them?
Like there's so like in comp survival, there'd be no reason not to use the 140 if it can headshot a sniper or can headshot snipe any super. But if it can't, you need to be able to sacrifice the 140 speed for the 90 and be able to counter a super.
90 RPM definitely needs to be the king again.
Yeah.
Because that's when Destiny's like the most fun.
Yeah, and please don't make another Revoker ever, please.
Oh yeah. Let's just give new players something that they can use to snipe with, you know? And let's have it have the highest aim assist in the game and also be able to one-shot body with Empowering Rift. You know, I don't see any problem with that. I mean, Crucible was a nightmare at the start of this season.
Dude, it's a nightmare now. Everyone's pretty mad about no pinnacle weapons because like that supposedly gave people something to do, but I hate pinnacle weapons. Every pinnacle weapons made the game worse in a competitive, like the competitive game mode itself. Provoker, Recluse, Mountaintop, not forgotten.
Most of them are banned in sweats anyways, but
yeah, but like you go into the competitive game mode and it's terrible. It's everybody tryharding with these pinnacle weapons and a one-eye mask. I need one-eye mask to be adjusted to finally. The year of Forsaken should be renamed the year of one-eye mask because it dominated all year. Yeah.
That's true. You know, we don't have to worry about those terrible things in sweats because people actually have brains when it comes to sweats.
That's true. That's why this is a sweats cast, and that's what we talk about. We don't talk about triggering comp. I'm getting triggered just thinking about it.
Armor 2.0, as one of our sports brought up, is going to change a lot about. I personally think it's going to change a lot about how we play Destiny in like the upcoming, like, month or so. Like I don't think we're going to find the full reach of the expansion or the depth of Armor 2.0 for at least like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, people are going to need to like find all their mods and what armor actually gives you the best stats.
And like what goes where and that type of stuff. And
exactly.
Like the whole restrictions of like void elements can only go on certain pieces
and the best mods come from pinnacle activities from what I read.
Yeah, and I'm excited for actually having a reason to go do a raid. Like I haven't even done the new raid. And like Super's definitely going to be like lowered. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be so nice. We talked about it earlier, like the headshotting supers is gonna be so nice. I remember when D1 that got removed, I was like super pissed. It's like it was like such a core gameplay element, and now it was just gone. One day, it was dumb. It takes skill to headshot a super. It should be a skill-based game, not a.
And yeah, it doesn't take skill to pop a super and just throw a sword at somebody.
Yeah, it's sad that we're we're having to go back to these changes
Yeah.
to make ourselves more competitive.
And s'mores rules probably will limit like super regen because there will be a super regen mod. So
Intellect, right?
it well, and it's an actual mod, but the thing is, the mod takes up most points on your armor. It's like a 7 point like cost on your armor going into
Is there
next
really a
season.
super mod? I mean, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
super mods are still gonna be banned, but
And
like
I'm
intellect's gonna be capped
intellect.
at a certain range.
Yeah, I wonder if there's gonna be certain armor you just cannot use because there's too much intellect on it. Who knows?
Yeah,
Because that could easily and quickly become meta.
yeah.
Instant cast supers will probably be the wave, in my
Really,
opinion.
you think Nova Bombs to come back?
Blade Barrage, Nova Bomb. What's the Titan Superman Slam called? Thunder
Middle
Crash?
Tree. It's Middle Tree, yeah. Thunder Crash.
Yeah. Chaos Reach,
Yep.
maybe, for more
Chaos Reach.
You're right, S'mores, Thunder Crash.
If Chaos Reach becomes like I mean, it can be glitched like crazy though. Like where you can use half your super, cancel it, and then you basically still have half your super just to keep going.
I've seen really good players pull that off, and it'd be very, 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 very frustrating.
You could get like 7 supers. No, I'm kidding. That's not 7. 7's a big stream, but like
no, but like
that's
3
like-
in a scrim is really strong. If you can get 3
Yeah.
off in scrims, that's nuts.
like if you can wipe us like really quickly with Chaos Reach and then cancel it and still have a majority of your super left.
You might be onto something here, man. I'm not gonna
That's
lie.
nuts. Watch that be the meta for Warlocks in next
Yeah.
season.
It's gonna destroy roaming supers probably, and then they'll have like half their super back, and the other person won't have any super. Ooh. Let's read what S'mores
Bottom
got
tree
to say
striker?
here. Yeah, read that real quick.
Yeah, bottom tree striker is still gonna be valuable. I mean, or viable, sorry. Yeah, I think it's gonna be viable too. But at the same time, I think something might take its place because I was playing scrims last night and someone was just like goofing off with middle tree, whatever Sunbreaker is with the giant hammer, and that thing can one shot any super. Or
It's true.
it's nuts. It's like if they buff that somehow, I'd like slightly like make it a little bit better.
Faster. It feels slower than Arc Strider.
It's just gonna be like something's gonna change, or because it's kind of a tanky super. It's like I don't want it to be fast. It can stay slow, but if you can one hit and wipe people from like miles away, then
Yeah.
that's
That'd be
That might be
scary.
interesting.
Seeing that thing run at you super fast. Good thing skating's not in the game anymore, right?
yeah. No, they banned that one. Yeah, hopefully they have a lot of good builds. Hopefully Armor 2.0 has a lot of good builds for just everybody, and the depth of customization will just go nuts. Rule changes though. There are, I think, that's something I think we should finish on that because I have to go soon.
Okay.
Rule changes because right now we have a set list of like scrim rules. I think it's especially with like the whole intellect discipline and everything coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested to see what you think is going to be viable or what's going to cap in. Like what's going to be banned and what's not going to be banned. Like where is it going to be capped and stuff.
So, I was thinking maybe spectral sniping could come back into scrims because
Really?
the wall hacks will go down to 3 seconds. But I don't think they'll give it a chance. I don't think it's gonna be that OP anymore. It'd be really
Hopefully
rewarding.
it's just like a quick
but
flash. If it's a quick flash, then I could see it coming back into
no,
scrims.
3 seconds is pretty long. I don't think it will. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind people trying it and seeing how OP it was because Spectral's like an extremely weak super. Because it's right now it's so easy to baby, but if it gets even weaker, like it's a really bad subclass to use in sweats.
I mean, not right now. It's still kind of valuable for like an ace
It's
person.
valuable now, but it's
But you
still
never know in the
weak. But if it
future.
gets weaker, that's what I'm trying to get at. If it gets even weaker defense-wise, like
We'll definitely be in a bit of it.
you might be able to
trouble.
shotgun punch that thing pretty easily.
I hope you're able to do that for most supers. Like
Yeah.
shotgun melee definitely be a thing. I guess.
It's really easy to do that on PC though, with
Yeah, I mean-
your mouse keyboard control.
Console scrims don't really matter too much. Like
PC's
They
gonna
come in-
get supers aren't
like-
gonna be that big of a deal in scrims, in my opinion, very soon.
yeah,
That's why instant casts are gonna be the wave. I'm telling you.
My host supers are not gonna be that big of a deal. I want gun skill and all that type of stuff to be the main deal.
Other rules that are gonna change. I mean, I would not be surprised if Bungie throws a couple broken guns in Shadowkeep that we just have to ban immediately, like
The
a
Scout
Hawk
Rifle's gonna be
Moon,
banned.
the Scout Rifle. No, they'll probably bring out something like Hawk Moon that's just RNG based, or something really OP and easy to use, like the hand cannon with the scope on it. I'm sure that'll get banned.
Yeah, we'll see about that one. I saw some gameplay of it earlier this week.
Get 2-tap,
and-
right?
Is it 2-tap in Crucible or does it?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard it 2-taps, but it's special ammo.
But it's, the fire rate's 45, isn't it?
45? That's terrible. Oh man.
What is it?
45.
Yeah, but if it's the fire rate's like terrible. That's like half the fire rate of like.
That's
Oh,
more-
RPM is 90.
R-
That's still
okay.
like slower than
Duke.
and
but-
Duke can 2-tap.
We need to
with,
get an exact
Rampage.
TTK for that though, because it can 2-tap supposedly. It can 1-tap with inertia. Oh. Are you
that's
joking?
true. Yeah, that's gonna be banned. Anything that can 1-tap is automatically banned. Snipers that can 1-shot body, done.
With 20% buff, it hits for 197.
That's insane.
This is news to me. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, that's some craziness.
Yo, Subhaven, I'll be messaging you later, alright? Alright, man. 221
That's
with...
crazy.
Wow.
Weapons of light? Yeah, no.
Weapons of Light, also.
Bubbles come into play.
Coming into
That'd be
scrims, dude. Man, that's...
That'd be
There's a lot of
hilarious.
changes that are going to be happening. I'm excited.
Bubbles not coming to scrims. I can guarantee you right now, Bubbles not coming to scrims.
It would be a decent counter, in my opinion.
So what?
Supers.
Just Nova bomb it.
Yeah.
And you get everyone inside.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I'd like to see someone like Frostbolt pull that off, you know? That'd be funny to watch.
If Frostbolt comes back to scrims, then
I
That'd
bet he
be-
would. I literally watched Frostbolt melting point a Sentinel, and then the team shot it. I watched it happen once. It's always the content creators that come into scrims and do goofy shit and pull it off. But you know, whenever it gets serious, they won't compete. You know what I mean? Like when they have to enter tourneys and stuff.
you have 2 ammo per brick. Kind of basically 1 scavenger perk. I'm pretty sure. I think it's only limited to 1 scavenger perk now, right? For Armor 2.0?
I think they did that with shotguns, but not snipers.
Yeah.
We'll have to look. Like we have a lot to discover and a lot to test with.
I mean, we'll know by... We might not... Are we going to do the podcast next week? I think we should.
We probably will.
Yeah.
Next Saturday, earlier than this time, of course. We're about 2 hours late.
Yeah, normally we start at 1:30 Pacific Standard Time or
Yep.
Daylight Time. What time is it?
It'd be like 3 Central for me usually. I had to work today, and we had a lot of preparation to do because we had
Yeah.
a bunch of ideas. We didn't even get to implement today. We want to get into like setting up a poll for chat. Another thing we didn't really get to today, and I'm gonna put it up on the screen, is we want you, chat, to actually help us with these with like
Yeah,
your own
the chat.
predictions.
The
Yeah.
chat. That's what we're
Ba-
probably gonna do next week.
Yeah.
We'll have chat do their little predictions for next week and see, because that might be a really fun thing to do first of the month. Just have
Yeah.
chat come in and not put crowd pleasers at first, because that'd be kind of.
Nope, it's happening.
That is happening. That's what you.
Uh-huh.
Chat's taking control of this right now.
This is what I predict chat to do. Right here.
Okay. Well, chat's obviously wrong. But also, we're probably gonna make
This is gonna
follow
get
us Twitter.
screenshot. Hold up. This is gonna get screenshot. It's gonna get sent to BSK. Hold up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. Hold up. Don't DOS
So
me.
like next week we'll hopefully if more teams like are planning on playing in scrims and playing in tourneys, we'll check out the tourney pages like for probably BSK or for like 2 weeks from now, because obviously tourneys aren't going to come back for another 2-3 weeks. if
Yeah.
ever.
Really, next week I think what we'll probably do also is talk about what we think of Shadowkeep so far. I have high hopes, but I have been let down a lot in the last year by when I've had high hopes. You know, for
I don't know, man. This is
things
Bungie
outside of
taking control.
Destiny. It is.
I
But
wanna
I've
see-
been disappointed before. I was disappointed 2 seasons in a row about no trials. Gambit
No
Prime.
trials. Okay.
no 5500 weapon. The
Yeah, but
you know,
Bungie literally avoided PvP for the longest time. Hopefully that changes. They're literally releasing a new game. PvP's on the roadmap for the first time ever.
yeah,
Like in the TWAB, PvP's actually on the roadmap, which is crazy.
I guess I think we're just desperate. And literally, it's
I
just
hope.
gonna be a game mode that we just spawn in and play it, and then go back to scrims like after 2
You
hours.
never know. Watch it take like
It'll be
a hold of
elimination.
the community. Well, no. The new playlist is new activities and elimination, is it? On the
I'm sure it
roadmap?
will be. I'm sure it will be, 'cause that's what they said they wanted us to try different variation of elimination in one of their vidocs.
Yeah, I thought it was momentum control, which is basically zone control. I think that'd be really cool to see. Really? Terrible. I think I'm just excited to try something new. I think I'm a little.
I'm down to try anything to give them feedback.
Yeah.
Whatever
If
it
it's
takes to get
zone
trials back faster.
Bro, you're such a trials player. Oh my god.
Trials gives people something to chase for every week, but only limited chances to get it. Like, I feel like that's something that
It
we're
does sound like a
missing.
snowball.
It's not something we can just grind out in 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and be burnt out.
Yeah, that's true. Something needs to change. I think that's kind of where we're gonna end on it. I
Yep.
think we should end on the fact that something needs to change in Shadowkeep, and by I think this time next week, we'll know what
Yep.
changed.
We'll have answers, hopefully. I'm
Yeah.
optimistic.
I'm gonna be optimistic too. Thank you for everyone that came out today. If you guys want to follow us on the podcast, just type in !Sweatcast into the chat. It will take you to. Well, let me just type it in real quick. If I can actually type. I think it's this one, right? Boom. That's gonna be the YouTube channel. That's where we're gonna post this Sweatcast. If you ever want to check up on them, just go ahead and follow us there.
Yep.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at @I_am_speaker, and then for Monty at Monty Jr.
Yep.
Thank you all for tuning out, or
Mhm.
tuning in, not tuning out.
Tuning in.
Thank you, thank you all for tuning in.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week at 1:30, the correct time. But yeah, we'll see you all later. Thank you guys for coming out.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
See everybody. Bye bye. Talk to everybody later.